Thanksgiving, everybody.
Stay at home Thanksgiving.
Yeah, stay at home Thanksgiving for
Or
all
you
of
should be.
For all of you that are actually staying at home. We figured since we're staying at home, why not spend 2020 Thanksgiving with all of you? Invite you into our home.
That's right. So what are we doing?
Tonight we are, for those of you who had already seen, I found this awesome festive recipe, cocktail recipe, because y'all know we love our cocktails. So tonight we'll be making a pumpkin pie bourbon cocktail.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with an actual pumpkin infused bourbon.
No, you actually use real pumpkin.
Real pumpkin puree.
I had to go find pumpkin yesterday.
Yeah.
Not that it's hard to find, but the day before Thanksgiving sometime.
Yeah, and then we're gonna throw in some Brazilian cheese rolls from where?
Brazil? No.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Flown in from Brazil.
So the folks at Lulu's, they gave me these, months ago?
Yeah.
And they've been frozen. And I know they've been wondering when I'm going to actually do something with them. And we figured tonight would be a good night because Thanksgiving we celebrate the bounty of harvest and everything we're thankful for, and the fact that this is a country founded by immigrants. And of course, native people that were already here. But a lot of the people who are now American citizens, you come from Brazil, Norway, Sweden, everywhere for you.
Everywhere for me, yes, I'm a mutt.
Scotland, Ireland, Spain, El Salvador. Anyway, we all have a story, we all have a history, and so we're going to try these out. We haven't tried these yet, but this is Lulu's, and they're available in some stores now in the Twin Cities, but it's basically a Brazilian, kind of a cheese roll, and we've been to Brazil many times, but I still can't really speak Portuguese, but it's basically like pão de queijo. They don't really say H, like J's are H's in Spanish, but in Portuguese.
Yeah, maybe pão de queijo.
So if I butchered that, I'm sure somebody who knows Portuguese is watching.
But fun little packaging.
But I do know, you might remember this from Rio, pão is mountain. So I do know, so it's like mountain of cheese.
There you go. And this is what they look like. A little mountain of cheeses.
Yeah. So we're gonna try them out. And so there's a whole story there. I think they have it on here. Maybe we'll go through. Yeah, we can go through that when we need some time here as we do other things. But it's a family thing. Grandma and dad are from Brazil, and little girl is Lulu. And she had an idea, why not Grandma make these and sell these? So
Super fun.
yeah.
So those are in the oven. They come frozen, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and cook them for 15 minutes. So
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy. You just gotta coat the baking pan with oil and throw them in.
And we may not think of it necessarily, but I know one of the things they told me, you can have these any time of the day, like your morning coffee in one of these.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a little cheese roll. Most people like to have a little something with their coffee.
Yeah.
So
who's on with us?
you got to pull Facebook up on your computer
Oh, I thought you.
because that's a camera. The comments are delayed anyway. When you comment, you all know this if you've gone on Facebook Lives, but basically about 20 seconds at least later, we get the comments. So yeah, I don't know, another thing that I always find that Thanksgiving eating times really vary. Like some people make it a lunch thing, some people it's a dinner time thing. So yeah, let us know, did you eat already or are you yet eating? I know we're still adjusting to the change in time so that it's dark and feels like it's 7 o'clock, but it's only, what time is it? 5:06.
Yeah,
So
I think
we haven't eaten our meal yet.
We have not. That's
We
why
did
we're
not
starting.
we did not cook a turkey.
That's why we're starting with our pre-dinner cocktail drink. I know growing up, some families started their Thanksgiving meal at 3 o'clock.
That's what I mean. Some people, it's like they just kind of combine lunch and dinner, make it one big meal. Some people did it at lunch. Some people did it at dinner. We were kind of like all over the map, but it seemed like our family would do anywhere from like 3 to 5. But I don't like doing it too early because then you are going to be hungry again later, and you just had all those calories, so you don't want to eat again at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Although Thanksgiving food's good leftover anyway. We're already excited about that part. He wanted to start with leftovers today before we even ate our meal and have a turkey sandwich.
I figured why not? Why
Yeah.
not jump into it?
Happy Thanksgiving from Florida. Undoubtedly warmer there. Jim,
Who's writing from Florida? Jim. So
Jim Wilson.
that's where this recipe comes from.
Tell us the story about that.
Is from Florida, from a pastry chef, Terry, out of Florida.
Who you reached out to and everything.
Who I reached out to. I Google searched pumpkin and bourbon cocktail. One of her recipes popped up. Her photography was beautiful. It looked tasty because of the photography. Photography is half the battle.
And just even like displaying food. Whenever they display, a recipe or a restaurant, it's a lot about the presentation.
Completely.
Never looks like what the pictures do when you make it.
Yeah. And she's a pastry chef. She owns loveandconfections.com is her blog, and she has quite a few different recipes on there. If you
and you link to the recipe, right?
Yep.
On your website.
Yep. It's linked to our website, premier-living.com. And you can see some of the tasty treats that she has on her website. The recipe for this cocktail is on that website as well. I know I'm really excited after this cocktail to try her key lime pancakes.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. We like our pancakes. We had pumpkin pancakes this morning in honor of Thanksgiving.
Usually with some pumpkin whipped cream is also a nice little topping on our pumpkin pancakes. Mm-hmm. So let's jump into the cocktail from Terry. It's very easy. Ahead of time, you're going to want to make your pumpkin simple syrup. And that's, if all of you know how to make a simple syrup, it's as easy as boiling a cup of water, cup of sugar, and then you throw in I think it was half a cup of pumpkin puree, allspice, and a pinch of salt. Bring that to a slight boil, stir it up, and then take it off the flame, and then add in your, I think, teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then you get simple syrup, a pumpkin simple syrup. So it has a really pretty color, too.
Close up to the other camera there. Down lower.
There you go.
Yeah. You can switch back and forth.
Okay, so you jump into 2 ounces of your favorite bourbon. We usually go with a good rye.
I get yelled at if I don't get a rye-based bourbon. Yeah. I still don't know the difference, but... So somebody had said on here before that they already made the drink. I think it was Amy from the website. Yeah, we made it already thanks to your post today. It was tasty.
Oh, nice. Hey.
Julie said this is a good idea. Charcuterie time, so you can hold yourself over to dinner time.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving from Mora, Minnesota, where they have the Dalarna Swedish horse.
Fun. So that's 2 ounces of bourbon. It calls for 2 ounces of simple syrup per cocktail. We like ours a little less on the sweeter side, so we're gonna do just the 2 ounces for 2 cocktails versus the 4 ounces.
Don't waste any bourbon.
That wasn't bourbon, that was a simple syrup.
Oh.
Never waste bourbon. Mix that up. No shaking here today, but what's fun is...
Why aren't you shaking?
Because we're going to add club soda, so there's no sense in shaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, club soda. And
I'm here to ask the dumb questions.
Yeah, we all know...
Somebody else is thinking the same thing.
We all know what happens with a shaken club soda. So if you want to be really festive, go ahead and dress your glass with...
Of course you want to be festive. It's Thanksgiving.
Maple syrup.
Oh.
And
this is maple syrup from...
Oh, it's Minnesota made. There you go.
Hamel, Minnesota. Always try to buy local. We make plenty of maple syrup here. No reason to buy anything else.
Right. And then dip into a cinnamon sugar mix. And there you go.
Voila.
Pretty little rim like that. Will you actually grab the cinnamon stick from above, I think?
Way up here?
Yes.
Of course, it's going to reach to the topmost shelf. Where are they? Stick. Where would that go? There's cinnamon. I don't know. I don't know if we have cinnamon sticks.
I just bought them.
Oh, you did? Okay. We have cinnamon powder.
There we go, cinnamon sticks.
Ah.
Open that. All right, once you rim the glass, you get your ice. My hands are washed. I wash them probably every 30 minutes with COVID around.
Dinah and Dee Dee think there's food or something.
Right, Dinah.
And then we're gonna split this into two. Look how pretty this color is.
Now, I know you said this before, but I missed it. How many ounces of bourbon did you put in
2 ounces of bourbon
for each drink?
for each drink.
My stomach is growling. This will hit hard and fast.
Come here, Dee Dee.
Girls always have to make a meal.
Here they are.
What are you thankful for, girls?
For their new haircuts, the last time you guys saw them, they were not groomed.
Dee Dee especially gets very shaggy quick.
They're excited for their new velvet bow collars that are coming in the mail in like 5 days, a week. So then with the cocktails, top it off with the club soda. About 2 to 3 ounces. And then you garnish it off with a cinnamon stick.
Which doubles as a stirring stick. What are you thankful for? 2020's been a rough year. We all know all the bad stuff. What are you all thankful for?
Well, let's cheers to a good. I mean, with all the things that have gone on this 2020, there are plenty of things to be thankful for. So, cheers to all those things.
Very good.
Very nice, Terry.
Terry's the pastry chef.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's watching.
Maybe. So this year, I mean, of course, always thankful for you. If you guys saw my post yesterday, Facebook decides to always give good reminders. We've been friends for 7 years.
Facebook friends, yeah.
Facebook friends for
Some people were
7
confused,
years.
but that was our anniversary. But
No.
it was just a Facebook anniversary.
Just a Facebook friends anniversary is what they call it.
You all know the drill. They make that little video for you that usually is mediocre.
Yeah.
You're like, you could pick much better things. But
Totally. Of course, thankful for our pups, our animals, and I think this year the thing that I'm most thankful for is
we had a nice hot summer.
well, there's that too. Is a successful year so far with my new business. I'm grateful for my great business partners, Aaron Christian, and then Matt Lundy with Finito Design, and we're eternally grateful for all of you and all of your support. I know many of you have shared in the joy of all of our successes, and you continue to show us love by sending us the referrals with real estate and interior design, and I can't thank you guys enough for helping our success. So cheers to you guys and all of your love and support.
Yes, very much so. You've all been very wonderful.
Especially since it's been a tough year after April.
Yeah.
So we thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah, let's see what you're all thankful for. Rachel's thankful for family near and far. And the weather. Thankful for life, Nicole. That's always good, right?
Absolutely.
Those of us that are healthy, haven't had COVID. Haven't had anybody close to us
Who
sadly
has-
pass away from COVID or
Right.
have severe issues. There's a lot of families this year that are having Thanksgiving without a loved one. So, and sadly this pandemic isn't done yet, and that's why we're all staying home.
Absolutely.
You get enough bourbon, it'll be fine. Right?
Drink up, bottoms up.
Yes, thankful for family, even though we can't be together. My sister's been trying to group family FaceTime all of us all day long, and everybody misses. So only half the people are answering at any point in time. So.
Yeah.
Here's the 2021. Yes, Nancy. I think everybody's ready for 2021 for sure.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? You, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're buying all the groceries and stuff now. Or I'm buying them, but with your money.
Yeah.
And yes, so to all of our fans and support have been amazing. And for
especially
tuning into me for your weather still. A lot of people are saying they don't even watch TV anymore or anything because they can have the weather on demand. And thankful for my green screen, which is over here.
Yep.
'Cause that's fun. And of course, Dinah and Dee Dee. Dinah's my little cuddle buddy every night. And Freya, our beautiful white kitty of the night. She's hiding from somewhere.
No, she's a ghost kitty.
Ghost kitty, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In loving memory.
Yeah. And thankful for all of our adventures we've had and more to come. Obviously, crazy travel is on pause for most now, but thankful for the vaccine. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Is there some promising signs that maybe, I was reading something that said that the pandemic will be completely over by next winter.
Well,
And that a lot of summer activities will be able to go on as planned if everything goes smoothly. So it's one thing to have the vaccine, it's another to roll it out. How many people are going to go? You have to get 2 shots for some of these. How many people are going to do that?
I will.
I will, yeah.
I mean, the more we learn about this virus, it just becomes scarier and scarier. We were watching
60 Minutes
60
last Sunday,
Minutes.
talking about the long haulers, they call them, people who had mild illness and then long-term effects.
Yeah, which can vary from muscle,
A lot of
severe muscle
extreme
cramps,
fatigue.
extreme fatigue.
People said that they can barely just do their 8-hour workday and then sleep for
Right.
the rest of the day.
And those are the people that suffered minor symptoms
And
from the virus. And
Average
so
age was
long-term-
40, they said.
Yeah.
Of those people. So
Right.
we hear about the severely
And
ill
he's
people.
he's a month away from 40, so so I mean it could be really any one of us catching the virus, and sure you can have minor symptoms, but you don't know what those long-term effects are going to be, and is that really something you want to risk? I know I don't.
Not to get real political, but I think a lot of people agree with this. Darren says, thankful that Don is on his way out. So that's all we'll say about that.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
He at least pardoned the turkey, so he did something that's in line with tradition. And there's a really funny photo going around that one of the photographers got that I reposted. How do they look? Did they expand at all?
They look tasty.
Can't wait to go to Brazil again. We were there the last 2 New Years in a row.
Brazil's amazing. The
That was
people
your
are
last.
amazing.
That was your last international trip. Was our Brazil trip?
It was.
I was fortunate to be in the Galapagos literally just before the first lockdown.
Right. And he wouldn't have minded staying on the islands.
No, if you had to quarantine, the Galapagos would be pretty cool. Sherry's thankful for her husband who cooks.
Hey, I'm thankful for that too, Sherry. He makes breakfast pretty much 7 days a week, so I'm very thankful for that.
This is a good one from Julie. She says, this may sound strange. I don't think it does. I think a lot of people can relate to this. It may sound strange, but you found out who your friends were in April.
I agree with that.
Your close, yeah, the people that you could trust and the people that, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know that there's a lot of explanation for that other than it either clicks with you or it doesn't.
Right. And if you were on, I don't know, lockdown with certain people and had your own bubble, you either grew closer or further apart. A lot of our friends, we did grow closer. And appreciate the friendships that we did grow with them.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna jump into something, but maybe not right now.
Should we talk a little bit about the history of Thanksgiving?
Sure.
I don't know. Are these ready
Look
to
at
eat?
these, yeah.
We probably have to let them cool off for a sec. No? How hot are they?
I don't know.
They smell good.
Should we just try?
This would actually be a good... Oh, there's cheese inside. I can dig it.
Absolutely.
This would be a perfect Thanksgiving app.
Absolutely. These are actually very tasty.
Mm-hmm. Lulu's. So, here's a little background. They're cheesy. Good. But also means... Okay. Oh, they're also naturally gluten-free. For people who are...
Gluten intolerant.
We should have read the whole thing. They even have in the back pronounced. Because they know that if they're going to sell this in Minnesota, people are like, what? Okay. Pau de Caju? They actually say the J's in Portuguese, I think.
So,
again, somebody who speaks Portuguese, please tell us. I don't know.
Pau de queijo. Pau de queijo.
Mountains of cheese. So the little background they have, at almost every Brazilian gathering, you'll find pau de queijo, queijo on the table. Its culinary roots can be traced back to our home state, Minas Gerais, which is one of the states of Brazil. They have states like we do, in the southeastern area of Brazil. The mountains of cheese, I'll say that instead of the Portuguese, is a delicious addition to breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and is a must with coffee or tea. You can enjoy it as a sandwich by adding fillings or with your favorite dipping sauce. So their background, we're Brazilian Americans living in the Twin Cities. Our kids love these and can't get enough of them. When vovó, which is grandma in Portuguese, moved to the U.S. as well, so it sounds like the parents moved here first, grandma came along later. This became a staple in their home. We decided to start this business to share a bit of our culture with you. Bon appetit. Teresa Cristina Alvarenga.
Thank you, Teresa and the family. They're very tasty.
And they are on they're on Instagram, Lulu's _Brazilian with an S, not a Z, because in Brazil they spell it with an S, _ snacks. So basically just Google Lulu's Brazilian snacks. And yeah, they've just this year they've expanded to, don't quote me on what stores they're in. I know they're in some you same thing on your left side. We both have the cinnamon stuck to our mustache. So imagine without masks, all the germs that stick on your mustache as you just walk around flying through the air.
Sure.
Those are actually really good. Worth our 4-month wait to finally bake them.
It has been 4 months.
That's grandma, actually. The grandma is the one who dropped them off to me.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Before 4 months ago?
Mm-hmm. I met her out on the street. She gave me a couple bags.
Nice. Anyone doing online Black Friday shopping?
Well, you can do in-person shopping.
Okay, noon?
Yeah, retail stores are still open, which a lot of people are kind of complaining about. But in a retail environment where people are wearing masks and, I don't know.
Hopefully.
But not a normal Black Friday if you have tons of people.
Yeah. Hopefully a lot of you are shopping local and small businesses this year, and I mean every year really.
This would be a good year to get those restaurant gift cards.
Absolutely.
Because our local restaurants, of course, and bars are struggling.
Next month with our Premier Living magazine, we're going to put out a group of local small businesses that you can shop at for holiday gifts. So keep an eye out for that. I guess another quick thing that I'm thankful for is the launch of our Premier Living magazine with our first client feature. If some of you have seen it, The Man with the Golden Gun, super fun. It's a styling project I did with a client here in the North Loop. It's James Bond kind of inspired.
His name's James too.
His name is James as well. So if you guys want to check that out, if you haven't already, premier-living.com. Check it out on there, or you could go on to my Instagram at Robbie Your Realtor. Follow me there. There's the link to the magazine and article on there as well. So, and these cheese balls, thankful.
Very good. Very good. All right. Were we doing anything else? Happy Thanksgiving.
We love you guys.
I'm a descendant of one of the people on the Mayflower. Constance Hopkins was her name. She came with her dad. So her and her dad are ancestors of mine. I know everybody thinks, oh, you're Norwegian or Swedish, which I'm 80%. But there is a sliver of my family that's English that have been here before the Revolution. And yeah, came over on the Mayflower, which is kind of we were watching, I encourage you to watch The American Experience. It's a 2-hour thing on PBS that talks about the Mayflower voyage, the people that came over. Some of them were Puritans who were super religious. Some of them were, my particular ancestors were the kind of in between. They weren't the really religious Puritan types, but other people that came over, and they talk about the hardships that they got here, not here, in Massachusetts, which is like Minnesota, in November, which is not good because you didn't have crops or anything. You had to build houses quick. And they do, address, the relations with the Native Americans and the plague that wiped out a lot of Native Americans. So, Thanksgiving's not all happy, joy. It's obviously a complicated history, but
very interesting. The American Experience PBS.
Yeah.
We encourage you to watch
This is the 399th anniversary of the Thanksgiving, but it was not like what we think of. And they also talk about that. It was not just, they didn't have turkey probably.
Nope.
They didn't have stuffing.
Talked about deer.
They said they didn't have pumpkin pie. They might have had squash, but they didn't have the ingredients for actual pies in that first Thanksgiving. Yeah, they had deer, probably other game like poultry, geese, ducks, whatever.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You have nothing else to do tonight if you're staying at
Nothing
home.
else.
That's what we did this morning
If
with
you've
our
watched
breakfast.
the entire season of the season 4 of The Crown already.
Yeah, have all you
Look up.
watched the whole season already? We have not.
He's preventing me from binging the whole thing.
Yes. It gives us something to do because what else are we going to be doing this winter?
Yeah.
So on that note, we love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. If you're doing some Black Friday shopping.
And if we all behave, maybe we can be together with some people for Christmas or Hanukkah. Well, Hanukkah's right around the corner. New Year's, but think of it that way. Like, think of this. If we really follow the rules, we might be able to have some kind of a larger gathering a month from now.
Right.
So,
again, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Robbie Your Realtor on Instagram. Follow our page on Facebook, Premier Living. If you're not liking it already, give it a like. Alert you for all these recipes whenever we want to do a fun recipe again. Thanks again to Terry with Love and Confections. Give her a follow or a like on her pages.
to Lulu's Brazilian snacks.
Lulu's Brazilian
Believe me,
snacks.
It's not one, but 2 bags of those.
And to all of you guys, again, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us.